Running through the forest and I see a Zybak. I'm gonna throw some cow trips and try to kill him. But wait. I'm really dumb, so I actually throw the cow trips here and it gets spotted by this cleric who knocks him out of stealth. Or champion rather, I'm sorry. So Zybak sees me, we have the same idea of wing stepping. And we both get our poisons off, we get stun off on this, he burns his retaliate. I actually burn my ult pretty early here. And I start recovering and getting ready for my reset. Just kind of waiting. Because I want to pop cow trips again. So I need, I don't need, I just want like some extra damage on them. So I think, cow trips down. Good. Rope, got some good damage out on him. Stun him again. Right now we're punishing him. But man, if he doesn't blink away, fuckity fuck. 0 HP. So here, I come across a random psycho in the wilderness. Just gonna kinda notice that they're popping their Hellfire aura early. So I'm just gonna wait until this goes away, and then I'm gonna pop out and go bang, 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 bang. So cow trips, expose. I actually get pulled out of stealth early because of the attacks. So I'm forced to kind of not open the way I wanted to and pop my ultimate earlier. We get the expose off again, a much better re-engage. There's the second ult. So I'm gonna come up here and find a tree. I'm taking a lot of damage right now, so I pop my barrier and I start bandaging. For some reason, he's gonna come across and keep trying to hit me. I'm gonna let this barrier run out so I can get a little bit more charge going. Get blink step the stun. And that's what I was worried about. He's got another charge of ult already. But I'm able to get just a natural stealth pop. Get the expose with the caltrips, dodging the tornadoes, taking the slow roll heal. We see a second person has entered the combat, so we don't want to come out of stealth just yet. He's out of range of my expose, but he knows that I'm still tracking him. So he's trying to attack, trying to do some stuff. Again, we're just going to slow roll it, stay out of the Hellfire aura. But then he dashes kind of right through me, so I'm forced into that engage. He ults again, I ult. But he pops up like right on top of me, basically. I start missing a couple attacks, but ultimately I'm able to pop that ass. Next clip, I'm actually stalking a champion for a little while. It's not usually a fight that I really like to take, but I'm going to give it a shot here just because I'm feeling a little bit aggressive. So I've stalked him for a while. I see he's engaged with some mobs. Pop cow trips just in case it's a good opportunity to engage. I actually missed my expose, so I'm going to sit and wait. I think he might be a little bit newer. Doesn't seem like he's really reacting to what's going on right now. So I'm gonna let him pop a couple of things. I miss my expose again because I'm just really bad at this game. So finally, he's almost done. Pop the cow chips again. Pop the expose. And then we start smacking him with some damage. See, at this point, I'm not really too concerned with what he's doing. Like, he did his Mino charge, I get a stun, which is pretty rare. Got a good backstab on him, a good decimate there, and he just really ends up deleting. So, in this clip, I actually see two guys fighting some mobs in the Underhill camp. I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm going to try to take on both of them here. So you can see that one's a Confessor, one's an Assassin. The Assassin's kind of slinking away out of sight. So I'm going to go ahead and go on this Confessor right here. We got a pretty good opening on him. He burns that first ult, and I'm going to pop my barrier because I know the Assassin's here, so I want to mitigate a little bit of damage. I delete him pretty quickly, and the Assassin decides to stick around and fight me. Just heads up. I actually get a lot of really good damage on him early. I don't think he's gonna be able to, kind of match what I'm doing. So I'm gonna get it reset slightly. I'm in stealth. This guy is gonna pop out of stealth to take the corpse here in a second, and I'll show that in the next clip right here. So I'm gonna open up on him again. He was bandaging right here actually, so I wait till he's done with his retaliate to stun him. And then I'm just unleashing. Even though I miss a lot of attacks here, still feeling pretty good. I ended up ulting at the end because I wasn't sure if he was going to get a decimate off on me or something else. So it was a little bit too close at the end, but pretty decent 1v2. So in this clip, I see our friend Chaotica starting to kind of solo farm here. So I'm going to drop some Cal trips, get an expose down. Now, I didn't actually know what class Chaotica was at first. I was kind of assuming it was a Titan. Then I see the ultimate go up, and I'm like, oh, it's a Ranger. But in the end, I did so much damage up front that it just didn't matter. So in this one, I'm actually stalking what I can tell is a Titan. And again, this is a fight that I don't typically like to take, but I don't recognize the name, so I'm just gonna assume that it's maybe something that's a little bit fresher in the Titan category. I kind of stalk and wait for a more opportune moment, because fighting a Titan just head up, it's a little bit spooky for me, not gonna lie. So we're just gonna kind of stalk and wait until he engages on a couple more enemies. So here he's got, the 4 enemies on him, so I'm gonna drop some Cal trips. The 5th enemy actually comes down. Wait until his health bar is a little bit lower. We get the expose on him. He's killed all the enemies and he ults right here. So we're able to get some good bleed damage on him. Some poison damage on him. And really just kind of avoid some of his attacks. He does get his pulverize off, so I have to kind of reset here for a second, but he's already so low on health when he berserks again that he's just not going to be able to heal through all of this. Nice. This one we're kind of farming in that same camp area again. It was really active. So I come over here and unstealth. I accidentally show myself invisible again, but we get the Cal trips down on IGT and an expose, and I think he's playing the Blackguard. We missed the Garrett. He disengages, but these mobs are able to pull him back out of stealth. So we're just gonna kind of slow roll it here, to stun out, get our bleeds and our poisons on him. A decent decimate, not anything to really talk about. You can see all those dots are really kind of starting to add up on him. And he can't escape the mobs at this point. He's already popped his ult. So I think he's just trying to get more damage out of whoever he can to try to heal. And in the end, Cutthroat beats Blackguard just about every time. So this is another matchup that I usually don't like to take. I know that this is a Zybak, but I get the Cal trips down and the expose. He gets that knockdown on me early, but I get really good damage on him too. And I land the stun, so I'm thinking I'm in really good shape here. Pops his Divine Light, so I'm going to just kind of hang out outside of that for a little bit. And then I get a little bit confident again. As you can see, my health is just getting chunked by Divine Light. Then he starts getting his executes, and I'm like, alright, I'm going to get away. And fucking assassin friend comes and pops me. Fuck. So here's one where I'm kind of stalking these two assassins that were farming for a bit. I know that they're both here in the area. I'm kind of waiting for them to engage on some enemies. I'm gonna fast forward slightly because I think I'm just hanging out here waiting for the audio cues. Yeah, I see him down here. I fall down safely so I don't reveal myself too soon. But I see the second one over here behind fighting a bunch of mobs. It looks like he retaliated recently. So this is a really good opportunity for me to go on him. Oh, this is a Blackguard, so he's actually popped Blur. So his CC immunity is gone. We're gonna get all kinds of damage on this guy right now. I don't know why he's trying to run away from me. Guess he's trying to run to his friend. He just keeps running instead of fighting the 1v2. Like, he would have done so much better if he just tried to fight. So he gets taken down. Got a blink, reset a little bit. He just popped a retaliate. I got pulled out of stealth, which I wasn't ready for right there. But I still get the Garrote out. We're laying into him with the dots. We got a stun out on him. And he's not going to be able to stealth away because of this elite right here. So I still feel like I have the advantage. I get a pretty nice decimate on him. He's still trying to run at this point. He's going to try to bandage through it, but we all know that burst damage beats band-aids. GG 1v2. So in this clip, I'm actually just kind of farming some wolves a little bit, seeing if I can get some additives, and this little sunflower decides to pop up on me. For some reason, they felt that it was a good idea. So we're just going to get that Caltrips and that stun off early. They're trying to drop this ice. Gonna get a big Garrote off. Lots of dots happening right now. We got a decent backstab just there. It's a really bad decimate because they were still blue with the damage reduction, but we get a decent backstab, blink step. So the key here is like we're trying to dodge around the ice as much as possible, but because we have such good poison damage and bleed output, we're able to kind of dance around and they're still taking damage. So here's one where I find what looks to be a Blackguard kind of solo farming the spiders. I want to farm the spiders because I want some of these juicy hot zone rewards. So we wait till his burn wears off, we pop Caltrips and expose, open up with some pretty good damage on him. And he's really not doing anything to me at this point. He's taking damage from both me and the spider. We can see that disengage, I'll follow with the blink step, and we're sprinting, holding on shift to sprint. And this is where I'm just like really confused. I don't know what that jump was. I guess maybe he was a ranger, but we saw an assassin pop into the screen just now. So we know that there's now an assassin in play. We can see him behind me. I'm going to kind of move over so none of his abilities hit. This guy is out of stealth that we're chasing, so I'm not going to be able to catch him natively. I missed my blink step, so I turn and re-engage on the assassin that entered the scene. I get the stun off, I'm getting really good damage on this guy, he's not hurting me yet, and then yet another player enters the combat. We get the kill on the first assassin, we pop our barrier, we start bandaging, but ultimately it's not enough to fight two assassins. We're really three assassins at the same time.